Alright, so this is the tutorial request, which is about ncloth, how to apply a curtain with what you call this, the wind blowing on the window, right? So I got like I don't have a window panel here, but you get what I mean, right? So there's a wall here. It's without the window, so the wind will be blowing behind here. All right, so we have the curtain. You can I mean, you just leave it like this, and then this is the, what you call this, the railing for the curtain, I guess. And I've did some animation a bit, which is basically I just make at certain time frame it will shrink. The reason why I do this, because later you'll see some cool stuff, how to like start out the wrinkles of the curtain. Okay, so you see, because my modeling here, I did not model the wrinkle of the curtain or the folding. It's just flat plane like this. Right, so I'm going to show you how just a nifty trick on how to make a natural folding using the ncloth, so you don't have to model the wrinkles and folding. Right, so with this, make sure you should delete the history, right? Okay, so that was, I think I didn't delete the history for this one. Let me just clear this up, start all over fresh. Let's delete history, freeze transform. So everything is freeze transform and good to go. The curtain here, this is the curtain. I'm going to name this curtain. This is the railing actually. So yeah, I just want to remove, ungroup this, and just say railing or rail. Okay, so we got 3 objects here. I'm gonna save this. Just a quick one. Gonna do a save on the before files. Save it and then reopen back the after version. Okay, now it's ready. Right, so first we need to add an ncloth. So select the curtain, just name this as curtain 1, and then go to our effects and apply ncloth. So go to ncloth, create a ncloth over here. So just click that. So what you will get is the nucleus, which is the solver, and the ncloth here. All right, so then this is the solver. Yeah, the nucleus is the main one. Got this icon over here. So this is basically yeah, part of this one, this object here. Okay, so solver, and then this is the ncloth, like a container, like ncloth applied to this model, model here, the plane. Okay, let's come back and let's just play and see the default. Oh, it just dropped to infinity because there's no floor. Right, so how do we make this curtain hang on the railing? Okay, the railing, we need to go to vertex. We're going to pin just the top row of the vertices here, and we're going to pin it on the railing model here. So make sure you select that row of vertices and then Control Shift select the railing, and then go back to go to end constraint, and then you choose this one, point to surface. So click that, which means the vertex to the surface of the railing. So click that. Okay, now let's play. Okay, so it is hanging there, but it's just a straight one, there's no folding, right? So let's go back to the simulation. Oh yeah, before that, let's make sure, okay, let's put 25 frames per second, and in the playback change, make sure you use play every frame, because you know, you want to see the simulation. So not, if you turn on the normal playback, it might not show the correct deformation, or you know, the physics of the ncloth and all that. So for testing, to set everything up, just use play every frame. Later on you can switch back to normal playback as usual. This is something exactly like, I mean, also applied to fluid simulation. Okay, so play every frame, click save. Right, now I go back in the beginning, and then I select the railing. So I purposely made the railing a little bit longer, I mean wider, and just want to animate this earlier on. You can actually pre-do this before the simulation start, right? So basically like -10, go back here, -10. So from -10, select the railing, put a keyframe, okay, and then at frame 5, hit the S key again, and then just scale it to the railing size. Okay, like that. And yeah, so basically there's a simple animation here. Let's go back to the shaded view. Okay, let's play and see the effects. All right, so let's play. But it's weird, right? It hangs on the railing, but it doesn't fold just like the railing. I mean, like fold based on the railing size. See here, nothing is happening. And you'll be wondering why. Okay, this is because, remember, I extended -10 frames behind the simulation. Actually, if I scrub this slowly, you see that the cloth is not even moving until frame 0 onwards, you see. So basically the simulation is not active yet at that current time. So what we need to do is we need to click on the nucleus, because the nucleus manages all the, you know, the general top tier simulation. We need to go to the attribute editor, right? Select the nucleus and then go to the one here under time attributes. So if you open time attribute, you see current time is -10, which is here, but start frame is at 1. So we need to put this at -10. So let's play and see now. See, so it should start earlier already. That fixed the problem. Okay, so let's go back and let's speak a little bit about the ncloth. So let's play this. And you see it's a bit like bouncy, you know. If you want to reduce that bounciness or the stretchiness, you can select your ncloth, okay, and then you search, go through under the collision and all these things. All right, so start with the collision. Let's see what we can change. Collide strength, thickness is fine. This one, stickiness, nope. If you want your cloth to be sticky, then you increase this value. That's quite cool. Bounce is already set to 0, so the option is not here, so you need to go to the dynamic properties, open this. There, stretch resistance is 20%, so it is very bit low, so I'm going to put it to about 80 so that it doesn't stretch the material. It's more like a cloth, not like something like a spandex. Okay, so maybe put there 100. Okay, so now it has less, but you see it goes through the window. Why? Because it doesn't detect the wall as a collision. So we select the wall, and then we go to ncloth, and then we create passive collider. Okay, click that. Okay, so once we have that, we reverse from the beginning. You will see that it will not collide with the wall. Okay, good. Right, so the next part is we want to run the simulation. Obviously you can play all these settings, just explore, see what works, what's not. Go look at the Maya help over here. You can search each one doing what, you know. So yeah, go nuts with it. But for now this is enough for me. Now we want to add the, what I call this thing, the wind, right? So the wind here, there is a built-in wind in the ncloth here. Minimize this. You see there's a wind field generation. All right, but you're not going to use that. You're going to select our curtain here. Okay, so beside the, I mean, like, you can play with that, the wind field generation if you want to add a bit, but the best would not be there. The options will be in the nucleus itself. So right now if I hit play, there's no wind, right? So it's just the cloth just hanging there, right? So in here you can actually open the, there's a lot of stuff here, right? So if you go to the main nucleus and then you open the gravity and wind, okay, this is one way. We can also use feel, which is the feel here. You can add air, you can add gravity and stuff like that. This is also applicable, but yeah, since this is quite easy, we want to keep it simple, so we just use this. It should be enough. All right, so how does this work? So this is gravity, so obviously 9.8 is the sweet spot. If you put like ridiculous amount, 50, it is like, yeah, so it behaves like that, so it's very heavy. So you can put 9.8. default gravity is, direction is pulling on the y, x, y and z column, right? So this y, -1 here, if you put it to 1, you will see funny things happen. It goes up because the gravity is like it goes up. Okay, so it should be going down, right? Okay, what if you put 1.10? Would it pull much more? Not so actually. All right, you just put it a bit more. So if you want something a bit more faster effect, you can increase this, but -1 should do. All right. Okay, so now what we want is to control the wind speed. So the wind speed is set to 0 now, and wind direction. Okay, so if you look at this one here, our X, Y, and Z direction, so it's going to blow on the X axis, which is on the side, from the side. So we want something from outside the window, right? So what we're going to do is supposed to be blowing on 1 to the Z. All right, so I'm not going to put a value on the X. I'm going to put 1 value on the Z. Okay, so that's just good, but obviously if I click play, there's nothing going on there. You know, you need to turn it on. So wind speed, so let's start with a 1 value and see how strong it is. Okay, you can see it blows to that certain length. While it's still playing, you can just interactively increase the wind speed. There you go. So you got this kind of wind. All right, so I'm guessing I'm gonna put about 2.5 should be fine, I guess. Let's see. Okay, maybe this is what you will want. Okay, and you can animate this actually, like it doesn't keep on blowing all the time. So you, for example, what you can do is add frame, this frame for the wind speed, and set key here, and maybe it gets a little bit stronger, and then it just died up to 1.1. Just make it like a random value, so maybe 0.7, and then suddenly it goes back up slowly to 2.3, and yeah, and it goes down to about 1, and you can actually just copy this, or you can use the graph editor and make it infinite. All right, so that's another thing, but for this purpose I'm just going to copy paste, that's all, and you will see how it now behave. See, it has a, it's not constantly just blowing. Right, so that's how you animate the wind blow. So when you start rendering, it should be from frame 0. Let's see if I go back to frame 0. It should already, you know, have this kind of position. That's one thing. You can also what you can also do is you can use the function of ncloth. What's that? That's a yeah, this one here, set rest to start shape. So basically, let's say if you want this to be the starting pose of this, you know, or look of this, you can go and select and then go to your ncloth, this rest shape set here. All right, so whenever you do, it will always have that shape to begin with, to start with. But you can also do like my style here. So start the simulation before the 0 earlier on. Okay, and then you just go back to 0, so everything will start from there. All right, so that is how you animate a curtain getting blown by the wind. This is just one of the method to add the wind. You control by the nucleus, all right, under gravity and wind. Or you can also use the fill and solver method, right? So you can add air, you will blow it away. You can add the what I call this just now was that? Yeah, wind, right? So no, there's no wind here, but the air is the wind, right? So just put yeah, that is another alternative that you can, you know, do your own research about it. It's quite cool. If you use this, the good thing is you can effect not just the curtain. If you have more other things, other and particles and stuff like that, you can also effect it, even the fluid. So that's the best part of using this one. But for now, this will do, right? So the last step is how to you know, this is the simulation. If you want to see how it really actually behave, you can do a play blast. Okay, just play blast these shots. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to turn back to the real time. Then you do the play blast. Okay, so let's play blast this. Okay, so you get to see the, when you render, this is how it's going to look like. All right, but you know, to finalize it, if you're happy with your simulation, what you can do is, okay, so select your curtain mesh model and then go to the and cached, create a new cache, click the option here, just name it a curtain or something. So yeah, just about that, I guess, right? So save every, and you should be good to go. Click create. I already have done it just now, so I'm just gonna choose replace existing one. Then you see down here is processing, it's caching the simulation. There you go. So now when I scrub the timeline, you will see how fast it behaves, because it's actually already being cached in the in the hard disk. So if you, again, if you need to do any adjustment, maybe some wind factor and all that, you still want to adjust, be sure you just delete cache, right? Delete cached. So the default should be fine. So go to like delete cached. So now if I scrub the timeline, you don't see the simulation, right? You have to play like this then only to see. So this is not saved yet, so you have to go back to cache and replace existing. All right, so that's how you finalize your simulation before you do your other processes like lighting, animation, and rendering. Okay, Alright, bye.